What's up? I'm a math major at my university. That's right now. I talk about anything, but um, so I want to make a video about mathematics, not because I like math, although it's somewhat interesting, but because I don't like the way that math is taught. And so, being a rebel, I wanted to make this one video where I get to express my feelings. Okay, so when I was in high school, I was learning mathematics, and um, first of all, there were math contests, which I did not do well on. And then, moreover, I was taking advanced functions, and at the time, I had no idea why I was learning it. I had no idea why I was learning about lines, mx plus b, y equals mx plus b. I had no idea why I was learning about the sine angle. I had no idea why I was learning about any of it, and I was like, "Hey, why am I doing this?" Right? And then I went to grade 12. I was learning about calculus, dx, dy, dx, the derivative of x squared, x cubed, the definition of a limit, the idea of a limit, the definition of a derivative. I was learning about all these different things, right? The problem being that I never really at all um, got any, and even till now, I never got an explanation as to like why am I learning this. So that's where I kind of, I guess, I sat down just now for 5 minutes, and being a genius, um, kind of figured out a little bit of why am I learning mathematics? Because I feel that is the single most important question I should have, right? Being a mathematician, why am I learning mathematics? I don't particularly am addicted to scoring high because I don't. I am not particularly addicted to doing math for the sake of math. Why am I learning mathematics? So I would like to give you something special. This is the treble clef. The treble clef means you're in the treble part of the grand clef. my music, my music, my music theory is very bad. That's why I stopped taking music in high school. Although I still do play piano. So this means, this is with the bass clef that I forgot how to write. This means it's in a certain area of the piano. Whether piano, it's a certain note. That's an idea. This is an antiderivative. It is also an idea, but it's an idea in mathematics. See? Similar shape, completely different idea. The reason we learn mathematics, some people love math. They love solving problems. They love taking on challenges. They love creating art. What you see here is one reason we learn mathematics. Because what we learn is the ability to understand ideas and work with them. Personally, I would not recommend taking mathematics by itself. Because by itself, all it is an art form. And to me, personally, there are better art forms out there. Although to some, mathematics would rank as the number one form of art. Okay? There are almost an infinite number of ideas out there. And some could argue there are an infinite number of ideas out there. Think of it like this: mathematics is like a great web expanding all around you, and there's little dots of ideas, almost like neurons in your brain. In fact, you can imagine the map of mathematics is composed of separate neurons in different people's minds. And together we all hold the entire, or perhaps we do not hold the entire map of mathematics. And at each point, there will always be people coming in, giving us more ideas that we never touched on before. That makes mathematics extremely interesting. However, for me, even though I do enjoy doing mathematics, I believe there should be an application. If you do mathematics, you're a math major and a biology major, or you take some math courses as a chemistry major, that is really going to help you. Again, as I said before, understand ideas and then apply them. Ideas such as the antiderivative, which composes of three parts. 1, 2, 3. Ideas that involve derivatives in year 1. dy dx. This is art. There is an ability built into us humans that is able to, for some of us at the very least, some do not appreciate mathematics, and that is perfectly fine. Some of us, we have built into us the ability to appreciate mathematics beauty. Fractals. Fractals. I messed it up, but fractals are repeating patterns. Proofs are connecting. We have English gives us stories, and mathematics gives us abstract ideas. No longer are we dealing with something very humane, such as in philosophy. Philosophy involves the thought. Philosophy involves logical ideas in the everyday. In mathematics, mathematics is an alien art. It is an alien art because these things that we are introduced to, these things that we think of, are alien to everyday. Right? This means this entire thing is equal to x squared over 2. So all you needed for music was one. What is the other one? I don't know the other one. I mean, I've been doing music for a long time, so. Okay, so. Okay, so um, this is enough to talk about all of music. This is very big, but it's just notation. Music is infinite out there. Is but the ideas of music are all of the same form. They're of emotion. This thing we have in mathematics, this idea is alien. We're no longer dealing with something from our world. We're dealing with something that we have in us but is alien to everyday thought. When we talk about philosophy, I think, therefore I am. We can understand it using words. You don't need a math major. Something like this is alien. If you think about the derivative, the idea of the derivative being a line, two dots that come closer and closer together. The higher you get in mathematics, the more alien things get. Okay? Mathematics, we would all like to say that I want to be a doctor, I want to be a policeman, I want to be a teacher. Well, as a teacher, you do your job. You can be a mathematician and a teacher. Mathematics, just like any other thing in this world, when you approach it properly, you will realize all of these things in our world are methods of bringing us happiness. And if you approach mathematics the way that you should approach mathematics, you will realize mathematics is food for the mind. It is a way to enjoy an experience, much like sushi or Rachmaninoff Concerto 2, or Mendelssohn's Concerto, or La Mona Lisa, or anything on YouTube. It is a way of giving us happiness. Not only in when we find an identical proof, another idea. Not only when we create using mathematics something else, this should be viewed as something to enjoy. Food by itself is merely food. But when you enjoy it and you try to gain happiness from it, it is no longer just food. It is a way of becoming happy. Badminton doesn't matter if you're competing to be world best, to be the world's number one, or you're competing merely to win your next match. These are ways to become happy. All of the things in this world, all of them are ways to become happy. And so is mathematics. And I will end square root of -1. It exists? Yes or no? Can we break the rules here? Did we just break rules? Because if you know any math, you know this means I times I equals -1. But how can you multiply two things together and get a negative number? So this, much like food, much like piano, much like violin, much like an orchestra, much like a book, much like a badminton racket that you just bought, much like your badminton club, much like basketball, mathematics and chemistry, physics, English, French, what else? Political science, teachers college, working at McDonald's. All of these things are ways to make us happy. And if you do not think, even dance, if you do not think of them in that way, you're missing out. Because without ways to make us happy, we cannot be happy. If you do not see the ways that heaven has tried to make us happy, and you don't appreciate it, you go into mathematics stressed. Oh, I have homework. Oh, I have test. Oh, I have final exam. And you don't appreciate the, the, the enjoyment you should be getting in mathematics. You become a doctor. Oh, I have to wake up at 3 o'clock. Oh, I have to. But if you do not see the enjoyment and you do not appreciate the enjoyment, oh, oh my God, I have work. I have MMA training today. I have to wake up. I have to wake up at 6. I have to run. If you do not enjoy these things, you will not be happy. If you do not enjoy everything in this world that has been placed here for the purpose of letting you enjoy life, you will never be happy. So when you ask, next time when somebody in your class and you watch this video and somebody in your class asks you, Hey, why are we learning this for? You say to them, I am learning this to enjoy life.